Hello. How are we all today? Just checking I am live in the right place. Yep, there we go. We're there. Just get that up so that I can see comments. Why is it not showing me? Bear with. That's odd. I'm not sure why it's doing that. But never mind. Never mind. I shall cope. I'll see. Maybe it'll change. Hopefully. So, sorry about last week. Lots going on and I was just stressing over things and I gave myself a migraine. Yeah, I do suffer. I do take medication, but sometimes stress too much. Medication helps, but doesn't stop it. Anyway, wow, what's going on with this weather? Isn't it fantastic? Been out in the garden, getting stuff done. Love it. It's so nice. So, this week, it's all about the new Incolors and Bird's Eye View stamp set. Before we start crafting, a couple of things I just want to mention. New catalogue is live, and we have a fantastic joining offer. I added it up the other day. It went out in my newsletter. But I believe that you get the £130 worth of product for your £99, but then you get the four Incolor products, which is the ink pads, the white markers, cardstock, and the designer series paper, 6x6. Now I'm sure it's over £100 worth of products. So that's over £230 worth of products for £99. It's a no-brainer. It really is. You don't have to become a demonstrator as such. You don't have to demonstrate. You can just be a hobby demo. No need to do classes or anything. Just get that offer in the bag. It's brilliant. It really is. Especially if you wanted the new Incolors and there's other stuff you want as well. Why would you not? So yeah, that's that. New kits, 2 new kits again. Those are gorgeous. One more masculine looking with cityscapes, and the other is hollyhocks. Very pretty spring subtle colours. Yeah, very nice. Haven't got them yet. I need to do another order, but I'm waiting as long as I can. Get some money, some little pennies in the bank first, and then, yeah, I'll be putting an order in. Now, I am going to start doing something new. As of today, I am going to start giving away some of my makes. Over time, obviously, I create a lot of things, as do we all, and I've got an abundance. My cards I sell. I'm very lucky that a friend of mine has a florist and she agreed to have a little stand of mine in her florists. So my cards go in there. But I have lots of other things. I've got mini albums, travel journals. What else have I got? I've got a basket behind me. Mainly mini albums. Notebooks. I've got a lot of notebooks that I've decorated. Little packs of cards when I've done packs of cards. And so, yeah, I'm going to start giving those away. And I'm going to put a post up. And all you have to do is like the post, comment on the post, and share the post. That is it. If you'd like or follow my page, that would be fantastic. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing that from tomorrow. I'm going to get that. No, busy tomorrow. It might go tomorrow, definitely Saturday. And for this month, I've got a little album that I made. So what I'm going to do is turn you around and then I can show you that. And then we can craft. Right, just bear with. I'll turn you around. There we go. And that. Right, okay. I'll square that up. So this is a little album. It's using an old papers and stamp set that we had. Hand-penned, I want to say, but don't quote me on that. Something similar. But yeah. Let me just check. Now I know why I couldn't see comments. Sorted. Yeah, don't forget, if you are watching, pop on, say hi. If you're watching on the replay, #replay. Yeah, so it's just a little album made with envelopes, just for you to stick photos in, or you could put tickets, any memorabilia that you've got, and in some of them there are little pull-outs. Showcased all the papers, and some are stamped on. Some of these have stuck because it's used envelopes, and the envelopes have got a bit sticky. It's stuck. So what I will do is get that apart, and it's going to rip. Yeah. But I will replace that. That'll get replaced. But yeah, they're just little photo mats pull out. I think I've missed one. So I thought there was 3. Yeah, there's the other one. It's tucked in there. I think that one's done the same. The envelopes are stuck again on that one. So yeah, I'll replace that, so that'll all be good. But yeah, I'm going to start giving them away. It's not going to be any big projects, obviously, because of the cost of the postage. But it'll be things like this. So if you'd like to get your hands on one of my creations, keep a lookout for that post going live this tomorrow, definitely Saturday. Right, so today we are going to play with the new Incolors. And I absolutely adore these colours. We've got Summer Splash, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, Petunia Pop, and Pretty in Pink. They just scream summer to me. They look a bit dull on screen. They're a lot more vibrant in real life. So yeah, we're going to be using those colours, and we're going to be using the Bird's Eye View stamp set, which is one of my favourite stamp sets. Love this. It's so easy to work with. I think because it's quite cartoony, simple. I like that. And I'm going to bring in the Simply Said Sentiment stamp set that's from the new Mix and Match offerings that we've now got. I think that's a fantastic stamp set. If you're starting off or an avid crafter and you just want something with simple sentiments to cover all occasions, this is the one. It's brilliant. We've got Let's Celebrate, Yay, Thinking of You, Thank You, Happy Birthday, Miss You, all in block capitals. And then we've got in script, Thanks, Hello, Birthday Wishes, and Just a Note. So there really is something to go with everything. Right, so for today's card, I was going to recreate Monday's card that I did. That was this one. But then as I got thinking, I'm like, well, I can't do that. That doesn't work. So I've got an idea in my head. So we're going to change it a little, and I'm going to be doing landscape. So I've got a standard A6 card base of thick basic white, which measures 10.5 by 14.9. And then I've got a layer of the Shy Shamrock, and that is 14.4 by 10 centimetres. All my measurements are in centimetres. Most things in life I do in inches. My crafting I do in centimetres most of the time. So yeah, that's just me. So I'm going to create a background like I did on Monday's card, and I'm going to use the little leaf stamp. Now I believe, going to stamp off. I might do some full strength after, but for now I'm going to stamp off, and I'm just randomly stamping all over, just so it gives us some detail to the background. We don't want nothing overpowering. It's just so it's not blank. We could emboss with an embossing folder, but I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. So we'll just use a stamp. I haven't wet that. I was sat here getting ready, and I was like, right, I've got plenty of time. I'll make sure that's ready, and then what do? You forget to do something. So just clean that stamp. Sometimes I clean my stamp, sometimes I don't. I want to make a habit, when I'm on live, I want to make a habit of doing it, so I haven't got a great big mess at the end to clean up. Now I'm going to need that again, because I'm going to bring in some scrap cardstock, and I'm going to stamp a few of these in the Shy Shamrock. I'm going to do 5. There we go. Am I? No, I'm going to change that. I'm not liking that. I like it, but it's not what I want. I'm going to do it in Memento, and then I'm going to colour them, because I've already got here some cute little birds that from last time when I was creating the samples for this week. I stamped all the birds and everything and pre-coloured, and I didn't use these ones, so I'm going to use these today. And of course they've got a black outline, and I want to keep it all similar. So I am going to do 5 with memento. And you'll see I have brought in my sponge mat because these are photopolymer. They haven't got no cushioning and it needs a bit of cushion. You get a better stamped image. All right. And then I'm going to need, which I will do on here. I know you can see that through it, but you won't notice it. I don't think. Maybe you will. So I'll get another piece of scrap. I've got plenty. I always keep a few bits of scrap, decent size, just on my desk. I have lots of smaller pieces that I keep in my scrap box, but they're like little thin, mainly for sentiments and things. But my decent sized pieces I keep on there, and I do use them more because they're there at hand. Right, and I'm going to colour these, so let's move that out the way. And the leaves I'm going to colour with Shy Shamrock. So we've got light and dark, and I'm just going to use the bullet end. I'm just going to do the very bottoms with dark. This is only very simple. I'm not making it an art piece at all. And then we'll just blend that in. Like so. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to add a little bit more dark to these, just in the very corners. There we go. And this one. Perhaps should do one at a time really, but it would blend better so it's not evaporating so quickly. But that's okay. It's working. So if I go over it a couple of times with the light, then it adds the alcohol back in. And this one I will do and see if it makes such a big difference. It does make it easier. So I'm making some of these a lot darker, some of them just a bit. You might not be able to see it on camera very well. Oh, you can make it out. I mean, you could just colour them simply one shade and that'd be okay. That's fine. But it's nice to add a little bit of variation and shading stuff to them. Take that one up the middle and that one. There is no right, there is no wrong. You make your cards or your projects your way. There's ways that people think to them look better, they prefer. Like I prefer this, how I'm doing it. Some people would have preferred to stamp them in the Shy Shamrock ink. I prefer to have them in the black the same for continuity, but there's no right or wrong. That's what looks better to me, which is what I love about crafting, that there is no right or wrong. It's whatever you think. I'm going to fussy cut these out, but I am going to fussy cut them in the sets of 3. I don't want to go too detailed on this. So I'm just going to quickly cut round Like I say, I'm not being too detailed on it. There's no need to be sometimes. There we go. It doesn't take long just to go around them. I might not use them all, but because they're a simple thing to colour and fussy cut, I thought we'll do 5 to make sure we've got enough. So, did we all have a nice bank holiday weekend? I sure did. I may have seen I was at a friend's dog sitting, and just me and the 3 dogs, because where they went doesn't allow dogs, unfortunately, which is why we don't go. It's to a car event. We can't go to because of the dog, and Dell wasn't going, so I dog sat instead. But it was lovely. I just had a real chilled weekend to myself. Dell popped over a couple of times. Him and Hayden came once just for an hour, and then he came back and we had a takeaway and that, and then he came home. He does stay sometimes, but I quite fancied being on my own, to be honest. But yeah, it was really relaxing. Just sat watching telly, watching the drag racing on the telly. Watched a couple of films, and started a new series, Unforgotten. Really enjoying it. But yeah, because it was nice, it meant I could have the doors open. So I wasn't having to get up and down constantly for the dogs. They were quite happy sorting themselves out, coming in and out. Yeah, it was good. Now I'm going to use a bit of crumb cake just for the tree branch. I am doing this quite rough because it wouldn't be perfect. Let's see what that looks like. For a bit of shadow. So yeah, had a lovely weekend. I think my crumb cake is coming towards the end of its life. Now I have only ever had the one. I bought it when they first came out, which was quite a few years back. They haven't had excessive use. I don't use them all the time, but they have been used. And yeah, this is my first one. I've had a couple that I've had to... A Daffodil Delight. No. Old Olive I've had to replace. Pool Party I've had to replace. And yeah, I did my Daffodil Delight. But that's been it so far. My Calypso Coal needs replacing. But I don't think that's too bad considering how long I've had them. Right, I'll just fussy cut that. So yeah, my bank holiday was nice. Next one, I'm heading up to my dad's beforehand. And then I'll be travelling back on the Sunday so I can have the bank holiday at home. So at least then we can go somewhere this time. Just out for the day. Don't know where. There's loads of antique places at the moment locally that I haven't visited for quite a while. And I quite fancy going and having a look around those. So that might be an idea. And then, I don't know if you noticed there at the end, because I haven't end coloured it, I've just come to a squiggly end. I've done a bit of wiggly cutting as well, so that it's not sharp. I think it looks better that way. Excuse me while I drink my tea. It's so nice to have a full cup of tea. We have a 1 cup. If you know what one of those is. If you don't, it's just a machine that boils 1 cup of water at a time. So I'm not boiling a kettle full when I don't need it. I find it great. It's worked well for us. But the amount, the one I've got, I've had a fair few years. And it was getting less and less the amount it was giving you. And I ended up yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, yesterday, day before, it was giving me like that much in the bottom of my cup. And I was like, this is ridiculous. So I was having to boil it more times to get enough. So I ordered me a new one. But I went for the bigger one this time. So it's got an adjustable amount on it and it fills my cup, which is fab. Right, so I'm going to stick that down there. And then we will have some of our leaves round about. I might end up using all 5 actually. So can't do 4, that's not right. And then we'll have our birds, like so. And then we'll pop a sentiments on. So yeah, real simple card. Really simple to do. Some glue. Okay. Pop that on. Oops. Luckily, it didn't do the toasting and end up glue side down. I'm just going to pop that down there. Don't want it level. I'll have it going down slightly. I was going to put it up originally. I think we'll go slightly down. Right, then these I'm going to pop on dimensionals. Now, have I got any left over from the kit? No. Just give them a bit of shape. I really want the new kits. I'm loving the kits that we've been having of late. I have still got one to do. And I was going to pop on the other day, last week sometime, and create it with you. But unfortunately it was unavailable and I was like, well, it's not very fair, is it? Me popping on and showing you something that you can't purchase. And I haven't had a chance again yet. And I'm not sure if it's back in stock. It wasn't last time I checked. But it's the one with the kittens and the dogs. Yeah. But yeah, I think the kits are fab. I made up the honeycomb one. I did one of each of those. They're fun. Done that. And I've done the houseplants. Yep, tell me. under there. Houseplant pictures for my wall. They're sat waiting to be put up. So I'll get those put up. But yeah, I think sometimes I want to craft, but without having to really think. So I like to have kits at hand. I think it's good. They're good. It gives my brain a rest. I do suffer with anxiety, and sometimes I do just need to switch off, and getting a kit is a perfect way to do that. Why won't that come off? Thank you. I'll put that on. I'm going to do that double height. Obviously, this is a card I am not going to post. It is a card I will be giving someone by hand, because we're having the double that. Hello, Cheryl. How are you? I watched your live earlier from yesterday. The submarine is very, very cute. Yeah, pop that on there. There we go. That just adds some extra texture to there. And then we can pop our birds on. I'll just give those a little bit of dimension. These birds aren't flat, are they? They're round. I'll stick those on. Cheryl says she's doing great, working whilst watching you. Why not? The joy of working at home. As long as you're working, that's fine, isn't it? You're female, we can multitask. There we go. And then we'll have our little one. Give that some shape. Pop one on there. Just been on about my weekend. How relaxing it was. There we go. Right, so we need a sentiment. And let's see. I think hello would be nice for this. With having the two birds there. So I'm going to try doing it on white and see. Get a block. Is that one big enough? Yeah. Now I know we're not selling these blocks anymore, the tiny A block, but I've got them as have many of you, so I'm going to use it. And I think I'm going to stamp it in Petunia Pop so that it does pop. I'll just bring in sponge mat again. Yeah, I was doing a bit of work earlier when I was watching you, getting things sorted. Not too sure about that. Now, this is a new stamp, so it may have some residue on it from the manufacturer. And I've got a very inky, brand new ink pad. So, not liking it splurging a little bit. So what I'm going to do is grab, I've got an old bone folder. I'm just going to run it across a couple of times, and it'll just push that ink to the edge. Now it will start and go back eventually because it'll self-level again. That's better, but I don't know. I'm not 100% on it. I don't know why. Let's try Memento. See, now that's fine. So it is the fact that there is too much ink on there. So we'll, rather than you sitting watching me faff, we'll go with it on black. I'll wipe that. It will stain, but that's okay. Like I said, it's an old one. I have alcohol wipes, which gets the majority off. Right, so if I'm doing it black, I'm going to want a layer behind it. So have I got something I can die cut that out with? Might have a little circle. Hi Carol, you're not late, don't worry. I know you have your cuppa and cards, don't you? That's fine, thank you for popping by. Right, yeah, I can die cut it with that one and then add a layer with that one. Those are the stylish shapes. So let's bring in my mini machine and we'll cut this out. I might not pop a layer behind it. I might add some ribbon behind it. Bring in my battered plates. But it's not a problem. It's split, but it's still totally usable. So I'll just line that up where I want it. There we go. This is why I need to do an order for some new plates. But like I say, it's still usable. Doesn't affect it. Yeah, that's okay. I don't think it needs anything behind it, but I am going to put some ribbon behind it. So, go away bits. Pop those over there so I don't lose those dies. That will look a lot better once it's got the white card base. So, ribbon, I think. I think we ought to go for a bit of, we'll try. Shall we try? Cheryl says you should see my base plate on the large cut and emboss. Is yours bad as well, Cheryl? I haven't had my large one that long. I was carrying on with my old big shop. I don't use it that often. So mine not too bad. But yeah. They do warp, don't they? And that, but as long as they still work, it's fine. Right, let's see. I think this is the right colour. Let's see. A little bit. Nope. If we just do a little simple, I don't know. Or would it be better that way? Yes, I think that's better. Right. Because we don't want it too big. Right, to overpower. the rest of the card. So if we just do that, that's it. Right. Tape. My big shot plates were bad as well. But again, they did the job, so. I always remember I hadn't known Louise very long, my outline, and I went round hers, and her plates were terrible. She got quite a few, so she put them in the oven. We looked online, and of course it says you can put them in the oven to re-straighten them, so we did. Oh my gosh, the stink. It worked, but yeah, it absolutely stunk. I'm just going to bring in my silicone mat so that I can put that down, and then if the sticky tape sticks, I can get it back off. There we go. But yeah, that really did stink. Never done it again since. Right, and we'll pop that up on some dimensionals as well. There we go. That'll help hold the ribbon in place. Would have been better with larger dimensionals, but I haven't got any. Well, I'm going to pop that on just so that the ribbon slightly overhangs. And then our card base. Glue that on there. There we go. And then we need some embellishment on there. So I have got matte dots. Well, they're not called matte dots either. They're just resin dots in the new Incolors. Or I have the shimmer gems in the new Incolors. Or we can just go for white. Oh, I've got just some rhinestones. I think they're a bit in your face, the rhinestones. Cheryl says she's just ordered this stamp set. Cheryl, it's fabulous. I love it. I really do love it. And I love to colour them as well because it's so easy. I think I'm going to go with the shimmer gems. It wouldn't have been a stamp set I'd usually go for before. I've never really found my style. I haven't got a style. I do want bits, and but it wasn't the type I would have had. And then I saw, I can't remember who I saw first. I can't remember if it was Michaela or Stacey. I saw one of them use it and I was like, I love that. That's fab. Oh, so I ordered it, and yeah, I'm really glad I did because I really do like it now. Right, so I'll just add a few of the Shy Shamrock in here, just so that they're there with a bit of glisten, but they're not taking over. And I'll just add it round the trees. Oh, I have a dog. What you got? Oh, I don't know what she's got. I'll just have that there. There we go, just so it gives it a little bit of glisten. And then we'll do our inner. So that, oh my gosh, it's 1:45 already. That has taken a long time. Mind you, I did waffle to begin with. Let me just get a pre-cut in that. And then I just like with this sometimes to use the little bird and get a block for him. And I just like to put my little bird in the corner. And I do leave the majority of my cards now blank on the inside, other than a little decoration. Because the shop that I have them in, they tend to sell better, and they don't always want anything sentiments on the front either. But things like hello, get away with. So there you go, a variation on that. That's what I was going to do, but it's turned out totally different. So yeah, but I will quickly do one more card that I had in mind. I'll put that away. Don't need that. Have a swig of tea. And then I want a piece of card. This will do. Basic white. That is 14.9, which I think this may be. Yeah. By 8. Now, I've seen something similar to this on Pinterest, I think it was. I can't remember who it was that did it. But then I did a class with Michaela Tithridge the other week with the Planted Paradise, and she showed us putting an edge on without it just being solid or whatever. If you haven't got any DSP, because I want some DSP pattern behind it, but Michaela showed us this and I really like it. So I'm going to go for Summer Splash Dark. And I've got this strip here of cardstock that I've cut off there. And I'm just going to... That bangle's in the way. Can't get my hand flat. And now it's stuck. All right. Draw lines across it. They don't have to be absolutely perfect. You want a bit of a wiggle. That's fine. And it doesn't matter about not going right up to the edge where you start, because we're going to cut it in half. It's the simple things, isn't it? I hadn't thought of doing this until Michaela showed us. And I was like, that's fab. Because sometimes you haven't got any DSP in the right colour that you want. And then where you've cut it in half that they would be joined, that's the piece that sticks out. So it is neat up to the edge. But before that, I'm going to add a pop of then if I want Pretty in Pink or Peach Pie. I know this piece isn't long enough. I think I'm going to go Peach Pie. Quite like that. Is that piece long enough? Yeah. These are just some scraps I've got. I'm just going to cut a couple of strips of that. I'm not measuring it at all. It's just under a centimetre. So then I'm going to add that to the back. I've got dimensional backs. Yeah, I'm not going to stamp on here. Just thinking if I'm going to stamp on here, I need to do that now, but I'm not. So I'll line that up just so you have a hint of that colour. Doesn't matter that it's sticking out, I can trim it off after. You might want to use your grid paper to make sure that you've got it level. I'm happy just to eyeball. Next one on there. Like so. It's about equal. And then the same again with my stripe bits I've created. So that's that way. That's it. I don't know now. Yeah. Not that it really matters on this edge one, because it's where I ended, so it goes right up. Go on there. And then the last one. I'll pop on there. There we go, it's about equal. And then I'm just going to I'll use my snips. I was going to get my mini guillotine, but I can't see it. Them ones are a lot easier to do than these ones, because you can follow it. Snip that. There we go. That's a bit longer. Push that. That's why we love wet glue, so we can titivate it afterwards. So we've got that. So then I'm just going to add some speckles on here using the light peach pie. Speckles, splatters, whichever. Now you can do this with the white markers, you can do it with your blends, whichever you prefer. I don't mind that it's going over the top of my stripes, that's fine. And I'm going to do a little bit of the Shy Shamrock as well, light. Only a bit of that. Okay, and then I want a bird. So I haven't got any more coloured. I'm going to have to colour some. Get some scrap basic white. I'm going to stamp now and get a block. Memento. I haven't used my inks at all, have I? Oh well. Using blends for them all. I'm going to do 3 of these. So I'm going to quickly colour these. And I think I'm going to go... Is that Summer Splash. Yeah, that's what they used when it was Summer Splash and I said Shy Shamrock. So we'll do the wings of this one in Summer Splash. And again, I'm just putting some darker towards the bottom. And the belly. A bit dark around there. I have a shadow from his wings. Okay. Blend that in. There we go. That's that one. And then I'm going to use Peach Pie for his face, head, this bit. That's probably not correct with my shading, but that's where it's going. Okay, just make sure that's blended in a bit better. Right, and then the other two, I'm going to do the opposite way round. So I'm going to use Peach Pie on here. I just think these colours work so well with each other. It doesn't matter what combination of them you put together. They just work. To me, in my humble opinion. Some people might think, nah. But that's okay. Like we said before, there is no right, there is no wrong. Whatever you think. Okay. Last wing. Now I don't leave my lids off my blends normally. It's only while I'm doing some colouring that I want to be quick. Because they do start to dry up as soon as the lid's removed. There we go. I'm happy with that. And then that's my light. I'm sure I've got the lids on all these mixed up because I had them all off. I was using them all. And yeah, I'm sure they're mixed up. But you know what? That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. The lids on the Shy Shamrock and the Summer Splash are so similar that I just kept staring at them and looking at it, and I just couldn't determine which was meant to be which. So Like I say, I now believe that they're mixed up. But I never just go by the lid anyway. I always check what it says, because I know that the lid colours aren't perhaps exact to the colour. They're very close, but not exact. Right, so here again with the fussy cutting. And just quickly cut round that. And a bit of wiggle around its hair. Bit of cardstock stuck to that then from where I trimmed it down. I've got glue on it. Now, I don't feel I need to be as, not precise, but we'll use that word, in my fussy cutting on these, because it's going on a white background. So the fact that some bits are thicker than others, that is just like ridiculously thick there though. I don't feel it matters so much. I mean, if I was putting it onto a colour, then I would want to make sure that the thickness of my border around it is quite similar all the way around. Whereas on white, it's not so crucial. Don't know why, I just got the feeling I was cutting Mr. Men. It remind me of cutting Mr. Man. I mean, they look nothing like Mr. Men really, do they? But, you know. It's obviously the feet. There we go. One foot. Ooh, that one's got a cast on it as well. Looks a bit more like Mr. Bub. Okay. And up there. And round. And done. Right. That's rubbish. I just want 3 birds. That's all I want on this. Nothing more, I don't believe. Quite like. Sometimes I quite like things just to be plain and simple. And this is one of those times, I think. I think we've got enough on the background to allow us try and get that central. Probably nowhere near, but you know, it will do. Or as my mum always used to say, well worth. But that one's a bit higher. So this one can go a bit higher. Could have got a ruler and lined it up and that, but never mind. That's fine. Oh, there. There we go. And then card base. Do we want a white card base, which I have prepared? Not purposely, it's just one there. Or we could go a colour. Now these are just some scraps. Oh, I quite like it. And Shy Shamrock. Or peach pie. What do you think? On the white. And peach pie. I think peach pie for a change. I'm always doing white card bases. I don't want white card, do I? Carol says Shy Shamrock. You know what then, Carol? That's what we'll go with. I've just got this tendency to do white card bases. I always used to do coloured. And then I got into white. And now I can't get away from it. Or I struggle to get away from it, should I say. I can. Not that hard. So yeah, I want to make more of an effort to use some more coloured card bases. That way. That'll just sit on there. I'm just going to put that flat. Okay. Put that on. Try and get it central top to bottom. And I don't want a sentiment on this one. I'm going to keep this one plain. Let's have a look at some embellishments. I'm wondering about the resin dots for this one. Carol says she loves it. Oh, thank you, Carol. That's very kind. But it's just fun, isn't it? And I do just find these stamps are easy to work with. Being as we've got Shy Shamrock, let's have a go at doing a bit of a peach pie to bring that in. There we go. Let's clear some of the mess. You know, I started off being really tidy and cleaning my stamps, so I didn't have a big mess to deal with. That didn't last very long, did it? Alright, I'll pop that back and that's out the way. Pop that up there. I'll get a layer for that one as well. And I'm going to do the same on this one as the last one. And just pop in dimensional back. Just a little tiny bird on there. Clean that. There we go. I'll open that, pop it in. Line that up in there. Come on. Move. Oh my God. Oh my. This one doesn't want to go where I want it to. It's better. Let's try getting it right there. There we go. That's better. Right. Looks like, shall I say, looks like your bird stamp is arriving today, a day earlier. Oh, fab. That's it then. You'll have to hurry up and finish your work. And you can play. Let's move this out the way. With all the mess. I've now put stamping dimensional backs all over my desk. But yeah, there you go. It's today's cards. I really like them. I'm pleased with them. So yeah, right. Thanks for joining me. Thank you, ladies. Remember, if you're watching this on the replay, do type in the hashtag replay. I do read all your comments and it's very nice to get. And don't forget to keep a lookout for my giveaway offer. That's for this month. That post will be going out possibly tomorrow, if not definitely Saturday, depending. I've got to go and pick Hayden up now, and we're going shopping, and then tomorrow I'm out at a friend's house, so I'll try and get it done, but if not, I'll definitely have it done for Saturday. So yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much, peeps. See you soon. Bye. She says she can't turn it off.